Hey, it's not Sunday. We don't need a sermon.
What this lady says is very dangerous.
I don't see any need for arguing like this. I think we ought to behave like civilized people.
Right. Well, if you insist.
Thank you.
Sure.
If we're going to discuss the case, let's discuss the facts.
Facts, yes. We've got a job to do. Let's do it.
If you ladies and gentlemen don't mind, I'm going to close the window. It was blowing on my neck.
Actually, if you don't mind, I like to have the window open.
But it was blowing on me.
Don't you want a little air? It's summer. It's hot.
I was very uncomfortable.
Look, there's 12 of us in this room. It's the only window. If you don't mind.
I have some rights too.
So do the rest of us.
Wouldn't you trade chairs with someone on the other end of the table?
All right, I'll open the window if someone trades.
Here, take my chair.
Thank you.
Can we get back to the case?
Yeah, let's.
Well, I may have an idea here. I figured out that it is up to us to convince her that we are right and that she's wrong. So maybe if we talk for a minute or two and try it on for size.
That sounds fair.
Very fair.
Suppose we go in the order of your jury numbers.
Okay, let's start off.
All right. We'll start with you.
Oh, well, I just think he's guilty. I thought it was obvious.
In what way is it obvious?
Well, I mean, nobody proved otherwise.
Nobody has to prove otherwise. Innocent until proven guilty. The burden of proof is on the prosecution. The defendant doesn't have to open his mouth. That's in the Constitution. The Fifth Amendment. You've heard of it.
Everyone has.
Well, sure, I've heard of it. I know what it is. What I meant to say, what I mean is, I just think he's guilty.
No reasons. Just guilty. This is a man's life.
All right, let's get to the facts. Number one, let's take the old man who lived on the second floor of the apartment right underneath the room where the murder took place. At 10 minutes after 12 on the night of the killing, he said he heard loud noises in the upstairs apartment. He said it sounded like a fight. Then he heard the kid yell to his father, "I'm going to kill you." A second later, he heard a body falling. Then he ran to the door of his apartment, looked out, and saw the kid running down the stairs and out of the house. Now, what else do you want?
Oh, wait. Didn't the coroner say the time of death was around midnight?
Right.
Just doesn't seem to fit.
The boy's entire story is flimsy. He claims he was at the movies. That's a little ridiculous, isn't it? He couldn't even remember what picture he saw.
That's right. Well, did you hear that? You're absolutely right.
He didn't have any ticket stub.
Who keeps a ticket stub at the movies?
That's true enough.
Well, the cashier didn't remember.
And the ticket taker didn't either.
Look, what about the woman across the street?
That's
if
right.
her testimony don't prove it, nothing does.
She saw it happen.
Wait, let's go in order.
Just a minute. Here's a woman who's lying in bed and can't sleep. It's hot, you know. Anyway, she looks out the window. Across the street, she sees the kid stick a knife into his father.
How could the woman know that it was the boy when she saw through the windows of the passing elevated train?
She's lived across from him her entire life. And besides, she swore she saw him do it.
I heard her swear to it.
Okay, and they proved in court that you can look across the windows of an elevated train and see exactly what is happening on the other side. They proved it.